14 clubs, plenty of players to pick from. This is Teammates Gold with Scott Sinclair.
Probably be David Silva. I think, you know, when I was there training with him, he's unbelievable. Never give the ball away. Technically, he's so gifted, but I'd probably say him.
He used to just skip past people, didn't he? For fun.
That's it. You know, his control, the way he sort of drift past players, it seems like he did it with ease. You know, not much trickery, but at the same time, like I said, no one would get the ball off him. Scott Brown.
Yeah, it's got to be, isn't it? He absolutely loves it.
So, without a doubt, him. I think when he's on that pitch, I think some players get frightened, you know, they get nervous playing against him because he's got that persona on that pitch where, you know, he'd do everything for the team, he puts his neck on the line. But it's funny enough, outside of football, he's totally different.
Really?
So you couldn't even imagine him getting into a fight. He's such a nicest guy, and he was a good captain to be under.
Is he full steam ahead in training? Does he, like, proper give it?
Yeah.
So you just avoid him at all costs?
So there was two players, there was him and Kieran Tierney. So them two in training were 100% every single session, no matter what. If you've got them on your team, then you're not getting kicked, basically. But you know, when I was there, it was enjoyable. They're good lads and top guys. Probably have to say Griff. Griff at Celtic, yeah. He's always moaning and shouting. And it's funny enough because he always used to get onto the coaches. You know, in training when say a decision wouldn't go right his way, he used to always get on them. And yeah, he'd be the biggest moaner.
Would he ever get his own way? Would the coaches ever listen to what he's moaning about?
No, because he's...
What a waste of time.
That's it, he just goes off on one. And before you know it, a goal will probably go in and he's still moaning about a decision that the coach didn't give. But he's another good lad as well. There's so many to choose from.
Yeah, you play with some proper quality players.
Yeah, there's so many to choose from. I could say Arjen Robben at Chelsea. I think, you know, when I was there, he was at his peak of his career and he was unbelievable. You know, the way he used to dribble past players and, you know, attack them with his left foot, you know, he was something else. Even at Preston, I think Billy Bowden. So he's another one which he will probably get 3 or 4 nutmegs in a training session.
Does that wind people up? That must be like the worst thing, getting nutmegged in training. Yeah,
well, that's it, exactly that. No defender wants to get nutmegged. But the thing is that if you do nutmeg a player, it depends which one you do, because, like I said, if I did a couple of times, but nutmeg Scott Brown, your next one's getting smashed.
Why do you go for that one? Yeah, you don't want to go for Scott Brown.
So,
don't Lee Griffiths, he'll probably moan about
it. That's it.
He'll probably go on and score a goal.
At Man City, there's James Milner. He always loved to joke, always used to wind up players. You know, a real big joker. At Preston, there's Jayden Stockley. You know, the things he puts in the group chats is amazing. He's one of the funniest guys.
What does he put in there?
Then I'll say what he puts in. But, you know, he's a really funny guy. Also, back at Celtic, Johnny Hayes, there's another one. You know, he loved an old joke or two. But yeah, it's all sort of part and part of football where you know, you enjoy this when you go into the dressing room and you know, you have a laugh and a joke. I think even going back to Swansea days, I'd probably even say Alan Tate.
Really?
Yeah, Alan Tate back then. So obviously this years ago when I was at Swansea, but you know, I think he's one of the guys in. If you shared a room with him, he'd just have clothes everywhere and mess. But, you know, going back to them days, yeah, he was one of them I could think of.
What would you say to him if he was leaving his stuff all over the place? Would anyone actually pull him up on it?
Yeah, well, I think back then, if I can remember, you know, a few lads would say that, but he didn't care, you know. He just got on with it and he just left it and carried on. This was when I was at Villa. Is Adama Traore.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he's rapid.
Yeah. Oh, he was so quick, so quick. But he was one of them players that he'd be running with the ball, and you think, wow, he could be a sprinter. That's how quick he is. But you could see it obviously when
his legs as well, are like tree trunks.
He's like a bodybuilder, isn't he?
He is. He's massive and doesn't do weights apparently.
Well, I don't think. Well, he says he doesn't, but you know, he's a big guy. Nathan Dyer at Swansea, he was
really
unbelievable.
got some moves.
He's got some moves. You know, on a night out, he was the one where you probably just stop him and let him do his thing because you don't want to be standing next to him when he's
Is he that
dancing.
good?
He's really, really good. He's
what
really
kind of moves
good.
are they?
He's just like he's just like a hip hop sort of, you know, body pop
popper
and all that kind of thing. Yeah, and all that stuff. So he was one guy that it would he'd probably battle anyone and probably win.